What's up?
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the World Wrestling Podcast. And today, I have the great, my partner, one of two partners I will have on my podcast journey. He is the one, he is the only, he is the Riley Armstrong. How are you doing today, Riley?
Good. Bien.
Good. Right, so
I'm bad Spanish.
he's quite good at Spanish. So this podcast is going to be basically about wrestling, and we have a challenge for you. We're not going to be showing our faces yet, but we are going to make this. If we get to 100,000 subscribers, we will all do a face reveal, and we will all do challenges that you guys have sent. So please get that subscribe to tens of hundreds of thousands, and just keep liking our videos. Riley, can you speak for the first topic of today?
Honey packet.
What?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's not wrestling podcast, bro.
So, first topic we're going to be doing is underrated and overrated matches.
Right. So, do you want me to start with the first underrated or most overrated?
Yeah.
I thought we'll start with the most overrated match. The most overrated match, in my opinion, is most overrated match. I think is probably Roman versus Brock for the Last Man Standing match. I think that match was just mainly just all the Rock versus Roman versus Brock matches, because all the matches were just not the best matches of Roman and either Brock's career. Them being major rivals, they just didn't bring anything to the table when they had that matches. Riley, what do you think the most overrated match in WWE is?
So, overrated or underrated?
Overrated.
Overrated. So, basically, I think the most overrated match, I wouldn't say very overrated, but most people overrate it, is Kevin Owens versus, who was it? Between that Royal Rumble,
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
That's the most overrated match.
Not the most, but I can't think of any others.
Yeah.
But a lot of people overrate that.
So you think it's still overrated yourself?
Yeah.
What do you think is the most underrated match, though?
Oh. Well. That's what my parents say when I'm about to get my ass whooped. But, well. I would say that. Are we speaking like one-on-one matches or just matches in general?
One-on-one matches. If you want, you can do one-on-one matches or just matches in general, to be fair. Do you want me to say mine while you're thinking?
Yeah.
The most underrated match, I think, in my honest opinion, which does not get talked about a lot, and I think it should, at Bash in Berlin, when it was CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match, I thought, watching that live, I thought that was an absolute banger of a match. Should determine, it was the major point in the Punk versus McIntyre rivalry, leading up to the greatness of what the Hell in a Cell match was. And I think Riley's finally thought of his underrated match. Oh no?
No.
But I'll just keep saying about Punk and McIntyre. Out of all the three matches, of course the Hell in a Cell is the best out of the trilogy. But I have to admit, the strap match was a really, really good match to lead that into the next era of this rivalry. Riley, please say what your underrated match is, please, my friend.
I forgot. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
When the Shield was a thing, yeah, the Shield versus Braun Strowman.
Oh, that 3-on-1 handicap?
Yeah.
Why do you think that was the most underrated match, though?
Because, in my opinion, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they're some of my favourite fighters. WWE wrestlers.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're in a match together is very good. But the majority of people don't think that, so they just kind of push it aside, and it's not spoken about a lot.
Okay, I agree with what you are saying at this point. I think what also we should talk about is the most overrated and underrated superstars as well. Talk about overrated, underrated. Superstar wise, who do you think the most overrated superstar is?
The most overrated superstar is Randy Orton.
Whoa! Randy Orton's the most overrated superstar.
I wouldn't say the most, but he's one of the most. Because...
Explain yourself right now, my friend.
I can't
believe
sorry,
this guy.
not Randy Orton. Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins most overrated.
Yeah, because everyone's like, whoa, he's so good and like blah, 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 yeah. But he's never been known as the champion. Like, it's always been Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, John Cena. It's never been Seth Rollins, has it?
No, not really. But that's why I think he's one of the underrated ones, though. At the same time, to be fair, in my defence, I'm defending Seth Rollins here. In his defence, WWE has never given him the spotlight, and they've given so many other people the spotlight. At the moment, they're giving Jey Uso the spotlight out of everyone, really.
It's because he won Royal Rumble 2025.
Yeah, but like Seth Rollins has won like double the same amount of tag teams Jey Uso has won. That's how many world titles and titles he's won. Alright. So next thing, who do you think the most underrated superstar is though?
When someone says underrated, I think of like people that are gonna become good people.
Yeah.
And I'd say Carmelo Hayes.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of Carmelo Hayes?
Yeah.
Why do you think Carmelo Hayes?
Because I don't know, he's got good athletic skills. Because if you watched Royal Rumble 2025, the way he entered that ring was perfect. He just kind of maneuvered around his head and just bang. It was just chef's kiss.
So,
perfect.
In my opinion, the most underrated superstar has to be someone like a Bron Breakker or a Penta. Penta and Bron Breakker are two very, very underrated superstars. Penta representing Mexico and Lucha Libre, that is just something you have to really love this business and this sport to put that much effort and that much time and passion into this business. Bron Breakker, though, the business is in his blood. He's been to the top. He's not really been to the top yet. But I think WWE, because he's joined Seth Rollins now, he's going to go to the top very, very soon, and I can't wait. Because at this point, Bron Breakker, the way he wrestles with so much, you look at him and you think he's going to be a badass. He is going to be a world champion one day, and I do believe that's going to happen. And now, from the time of this recording, it is the 11th of May, so last night was Backlash, and what a Backlash, what a night, wasn't it, Riley?
Yeah.
A stacked pay-per-view, but in your defence, we'll do it after. I went into Backlash having no preparation, and then it was so good. John Cena won, beating Randy Orton for the last time. I forgot what was the kid who helped Jacob Fatu and Sol Sikoa. But yeah, matches like that, great pay-per-view, great Backlash. Now, Saturday night main event, last night we got announced that it was going to be Logan Paul versus Jey Uso for the world title. I do not think that is a good idea. Do you think that is a good idea for Logan Paul and Jey Uso?
No. Logan Paul's going to get battered.
How do you think it's going to be a good match or?
No.
Don't you think? Can you expand on that, please?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a good match because Logan Paul's kind of new to wrestling. And Jey Uso's very experienced, so
Yeah.
I don't think, yeah.
Before we get on to our last topic, because we have to have a short episode of the podcast for our first one, we have to have it short because at the moment we are in a rush because my partner Riley, he has to be home soon, so we have to get ready really quick before we can say our final topic before we have to say goodbye to Riley, so he has to go. Before we started this podcast, we said that it's going to be May. Recently at our school, my friend Riley, he has a real interesting story to tell you about an injury which I think should go in the Hall of Fame of injuries. Please tell him about it, Riley. I'll be open ears, my friend.
So, I've been through many injuries in my life, but I've never had one so, not painful, but interesting. So basically, I was in school chilling in my 5th period. I'm in secondary school. In my 5th period out of 6, I snap a pen in half because I'm frustrated because I had ethics, basically religious education. I snapped a pen and my crush, and then...
Would you like to name drop it? Oh,
no.
Okay.
No. My crush's best friend and my other crush's best friend were right behind me. I snapped the pen, the entire pen got stuck inside of my hand, and it hurt like hell. But I'm like, my crush is behind me and I don't want to make a big scene. So I didn't grab it and go, ew, it's so slow, I don't want to pull it out, it hurts. I grabbed it and I yanked it out of my hand. And then my hand just started bleeding. Almost my entire hand was covered in blood, from fingertips to wrist. And I was in so much pain. And then IT comes around, my 6th period, and my teacher comes over, and he's like, are you alright, Riley? I'm like, no, I don't think I can do ethics, IT, because I don't think I can touch the mouse. And he asks me why, so I show him my hand. He's like, it's fine, just use your fingertip, you can control it, blah, blah, blah. And I got very frustrated. I let it bleed until I got home, because I didn't want to make a big deal out of it in front of my crush. I'd rather not.
Yeah. So...
And I'm finished.
Right, so... I just want to say thank you for watching. I apologise, this is a short episode. We have to keep it short because, we have to go home, and we have a bright and not very exciting day tomorrow. But I think we've had quite a good time just on our first episode. Next episode will be with my friend Spencer. I'll either do that or I'll add it onto this episode. By the time recording this, I don't know what I'm going to do with Spencer yet. But I almost said. Because with Spencer, he's a very busy man. But I'm going to try and make sure he gets on the podcast. And then, I don't know if I'll add it to this or I'll just do a separate episode. Riley, want to say something before we say our final goodbyes?
So, I want to say something that is 4 words long, okay? Wait, no, 6. Like and subscribe for part 2.
Yeah, so if you want to get us to our next episode, please subscribe.
1,000 likes.
Yeah, 1,000 likes.
I know you can hit it.
We know we can do it. We know we do. We love you all. And we want to say thank you for watching and hope to see you soon. And this is a goodbye from us for now. We'll be back probably next week with another episode, or this week probably. More RBW wrestling content coming out this week. More edits. Shout out to Kai Mason Gray for making me some brilliant edits with millions of views. And I can't wait to see what happens next in this podcast and my YouTube career. I want to say thank you, and I want to thank you all. Subscribe, enjoy this podcast, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.